Oh my God. That was like when we watched The Black Phone too.
Oh
And
God.
there was like just a line of dialogue that was like 98% jargon.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we get it.
That's so rad, dude. Isn't that tubular? Duran Duran is so fetch.
No, stop trying to make fetch happen.
Damn it. I tried.
Fuck.
No, but yeah, I don't know. These kids.
These youths.
These fucking youths with their mogging and their fucking maxing
and their aura farming.
and all this and that. Everything.
Oh, I just remembered those kids making a TikTok in public yesterday, and it made me want to
Ew.
kill myself.
Yeah, that was gross. I fled the scene because
You
we like
ran. You
because
literally
we parked somewhat behind them, and I was like, I do not want to be even caught. I don't want not even my ankle in the frame of this TikTok, so I like retreated through the cars that we were next.
Meanwhile, I
was
probably
just-
looked like the alien from Signs, like walking in the background.
I was Bigfooting it. I was
Mhm.
just through the line of vehicles.
Oh my God. What a mess.
But anyways, I mean, kids, you know, the youth, this generation, I don't get them.
I know. And is this a bad sign?
But I don't know if it's a bad sign.
I think it's
I mean,
just a sign that our
it's like-
brains are
it's like
fully
a-
developed.
It's like I get it.
Yeah.
I get it on some level,
Mm-hmm.
but also I think it's dumb.
Uh-huh. I think it's dumb they're bringing back the R word.
So I'm hella judgy. Oh, they're bringing back a lot of things.
They're bringing back bad shit. Which
Yeah, they're bringing back stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Old man, boomer, Unc Eddie.
Oh, you've been Unc, honey.
I've been Unc.
You have been Unc for at least 5 years, if not longer.
Okay.
Love you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, that was what was it? We went to a restaurant the other day and they asked like they didn't card me and I was like, so it begins.
I mean, it's good. I only see it as a positive.
I know.
I only see it as a positive on the one hand. I don't know. We're gonna get into it in this episode. What a great intro to the Show-Dependent Pod. What up, what it is, what it do. I'm gonna get back to talking about how old I am in a second, but before we do that, it's Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
Unc Eddie in the
Unc
building.
Eddie is Sonakwi.
Yep, with my arms crossed, and I'm in, I'm in the opening credits. I'm like, but Unc Eddie's cool. See, that's the thing where like things have changed because like in all sitcoms, Uncle's like the coolest motherfucker ever.
I agree.
He would come down from
Uncle Jesse.
He would come down from upstairs or come in from the garage or in from his van that he lived in. I think that was what was that? Step by Step.
Sure that sounds right.
Or I don't know. Where like they had like the guy who was living in the van, the RV, like in the driveway. Facts of Life? Nah, that's not what it is. I can't
Move
remember.
on.
I remember they were on a roller coaster, but not Step by Step. It had Alan.
Thick.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that show is called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
But the Unks used to be cool. They would show up and and Unks were also like the hottest dudes in it. The Unk economy has fallen.
The economy.
It has fallen drastically over these years, and it's because of the youths.
They are making Unks bad. Why?
We're bringing Unk back.
Mm-hmm.
With me as always.
Yep.
The second of this third. She's apparently not Unk status yet.
I'm not Unk.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I'm not. I literally can't be. I'm a woman.
No, there's no Unk is
universal?
Yeah.
Oh, it's genderless.
Unk is gender neutral.
Oh, so we're being progressive with that,
That's
but
right.
regressive with
That's
everything
right.
else.
We
Interesting.
pick and choose. We pick and choose these days.
Oh my God. Hi guys, it's Kayla.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
And our third, little sweet buddy boy.
Boop.
Forever baby.
He's perfect in every way possible.
Mm-hmm.
He is full turkey mode right now. No pause in sight.
Love it.
He's looking out the window, shutting his eyes on occasion. Very happy baby.
Very happy little baby, very happy little Bubba. Now we did a lot of research with Bubba on this one.
Yeah, buddy
got,
his patitas were tapping on that keyboard.
What are they called? English major primary sources?
Yeah.
Right? We're straight from the book on this one, right?
Yes, we are.
And we've also got some like historical thing. We got a lot. We did research.
We're gonna fucking.
We done researched.
We're diving in.
So yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. All there is to say is we're getting justice for unks in this one. I'm throwing that out there again. Throwing that in. I don't know if I connected my idea back to what I started saying before I introduced us, but if I didn't, oh well, professional podcaster. And if I did,
move on.
Professional podcaster.
Either way, he wins.
That's how it works in the podcast game.
The house always wins. And his name is Mr. Eddie House.
Start us off with a little wee wee wee.
Wee wee wee.
That's not what I wanted.
Oh, you wanted French wee.
Yeah.
Wee wee wee. Was that good enough? We are baguette mode again, people. I have my beret on. I have my cigarette holder.
Right.
I am.
There's got to be some French music playing.
I'm wearing a black and white striped tee. I've got a red ascot.
Oh yeah.
We are in French mode.
I've got a disdain for all people who
are not French.
And also a disdain for many of the French.
I agree.
If you come to France, you need to learn how to speak French, but also I'm gonna hate you speaking French.
Yeah, if you don't speak it perfectly. Get the fuck out.
You know what? I love the French.
I know you do.
We love the French.
We.
You
see what I did there?
Both ways.
There's no we without you.
You gotta figure out which way it's spelled. But yeah, we baguette mode. But this baguette, been sitting in the back of the bread box for a little bit.
Oh, it's not crispy.
This baguette, very not crisp.
No, I guess it would get crispier. Because it would just become stale.
It would become rock at that point.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
But this baguette is from the past, again, specifically from the year 1943.
Damn.
Which means, this thing was released during, solidified Unk. I think that's beyond
Grandpa.
Unk. That's Gramp status.
Grandpa.
Whatever they have now, what do they even call beyond Unk?
I don't know. They just dead.
We got this thing released during World War II, which is always wild to us. Because things were released during that time.
Apparently.
Kind of like, I don't know,
right now?
Kind of a parallel to maybe a time you're familiar with where weird shit is happening, but you still got to keep living life.
You just keep pushing forward.
I still got to go to work. I fucking hate it. Today, we have a novella, which isn't as long as a novel, but it's longer than a novelette.
Ooh, that was my nickname in college.
Is named Le Petit Prince, or when translated into English, The Little Prince.
Wow.
Right.
He speaks French, guys.
What's it called? Trilingual?
Try. You're barely lingual a lot of the time. And yet we have a podcast.
And that's it. Professional, by the way. Speaking of translations, this novella is the second most translated text ever. Having been translated into at least 600 different languages or dialects. Also, sticking with interesting info about languages, this book was written by a French author, but was originally only published in America in both English and French.
I thought you were going to say only originally published in American.
No. I may be dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
No, you're not.
Why?
Why?
Because of that whole World War II situation and the fact that France had been invaded by Nazi Germany.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Now, this is something I'm not, I like watching a history. I like a Ken Burns.
Yeah.
I like watching, historical documentaries. There
you go. He got
it's
there.
It's a document, but you try a little more.
We're going to keep going. Push on.
It's not something we're super versed in because we're not history majors or big buffs or anything. But we saw in the research that there was like a separate / new government that was set up during this time in France called the Vichy regime. We bring that up to say that The Little Prince, a book written by a French man that was originally written in French, was only published in France after the end of the war because the Vichy regime had it banned.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And
I mean, we'll get to why in a little
in
bit.
like right now.
Yeah, like right now.
But we've started off from the first episode, the big sad.
We love being
And
sad.
we've encountered so many big sads through the
Uh-huh.
pod. And sometimes the big sad is not just in fiction.
It's very much in reality.
Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
there's real big sad.
Yes.
And this is a big sad right here because sadly, when this book was first finally published in France, the homeland of the author, was too late for him to see it published because he had disappeared in 1944, a year before the end of the war.
Mm.
That author and illustrator was named Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. And that's the best that I can do.
We're
And I think I
not
got it.
French.
Saint-Exupéry, sorry, was a French writer, poet, journalist, and aviator.
That means he flies planes.
Hold on to that.
Remember that.
Before writing The Little Prince, he had already written many other books, such as The Aviator and Wind, Sand, and Stars. Again, keep those in your mind.
Think about that.
He had joined the French Air Force for World War II, but because of the treaty and that Vichy stuff, he fled through Portugal to the United States.
Wow.
It was there that Saint Exupéry would write The Little Prince. He would imbue it with a lot of personal experiences from his life. Unfortunately, as we said, Saint Exupéry would not get to see his book be published in his homeland, nor would he get to see just how influential it would become. This was because Saint Exupéry would join the Free French Air Force in 1943, despite being too old.
Oh, he's a rebel.
Yeah, the next year, on July 31st, 1944, flying into the night sky, he would forever join his little prince among the stars.
I'm mad at you already. We're not even close to being done with this episode, and I'm already
it's
on the
already
cusp.
it's already bubbling. if my tears were like a video game
Feeder?
progress meter, like a cauldron will say, it's bubbling. But I'm very proud of that turn of phrase. I gotta be
You
honest.
nailed it. You worked on that sentence for like 30 minutes
staring,
plus.
and I said, "Oh my god."
Epiphany.
Mm-hmm.
Got there. Very good. I'm very proud of you, honey.
But this is not fully on. We're not giving like a history on Antoine, even though it kind of felt like
I mean,
we were
definitely gonna like kind of. He is very much connected to the text, so it's kind of impossible to discuss this book without.
It is from him.
So it's a meet cute baby. It's how we met this thing.
If you please, draw me a sheep. If you please, draw me a sheep. Draw me a sheep.
When a mystery is too overpowering, one dare not disobey.
You first. You first.
You know, I'll say, despite this being like super iconic and like very popular and influential and all that in like the world, I guess. I honestly, I really didn't know. I don't think I knew of this book, this story until I met Kayla, until we like, started dating and built our own relationship. This was at the beginning of our relationship where things are still new and you're still getting to know someone and, seeing just like what things you're compatible with and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of an interesting point in my life, our lives, that we're beginning together that would flourish for many years to come.
Here we are.
Dare I say? But it was interesting because it's like you brought this book to me and I was like, oh, this seems very interesting. It's very short, and then you were like, I don't know whose idea it was, but we were like, we read it together. We read it to each other essentially. And I just remember so many points in the book that we will get to being like, man, not only is this super like, I don't know, beautiful. I'm going to use the term poignant.
Yes.
Correct. But it felt like, and I don't know if that's what poignant means, but it felt like timely, kind of like, because a lot of this book has to deal with relationships.
Yes.
And it felt like, this is very interesting that in this new relationship, we're reading this book together and sort of going through the things that a lot of these characters are doing in it. I mean, obviously, we'll talk about the fox, which is very important to me, but the flower and just obviously the aviator and the little prince. I don't know. It just felt like, wow, this is finding me at a perfect time in my life
Mm-hmm.
to fully experience this book.
Yeah, your brain was pretty well cooked.
Oh yeah,
So
oh
that's
yeah.
good.
So it's just like, huh. So I felt a connection to this book, and we'll see how that relationship with the Little Prince has maybe changed, adapted, stayed the same in many ways. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. For me, I read this book for the first time in college, which to some people that might seem a little bit late, considering a lot of people regard this as a children's story.
Which is crazy because
Yeah,
it's so like dense,
it really
even
is.
though it's what 100 some pages.
Yeah, it's very rich with meaning. But I think I can't remember the name of the course, but it was something along the lines of literature of spirituality or something like that. And this was one of the texts that we were assigned. And it was just like, I read this book and it was a really cool experience because it felt like everybody that I got to read it with in that class, like we all had a very emotional connection and reaction to it.
It's
And
beautiful.
then so getting to share that with Eddie when we first started dating was very poignant. And then we'll kind of get into it a little bit later, but upon this reread, it has gained even further emotional depth.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stop talking and yeah, save that for
And
later.
save it for later. We're going to click save on the game file, and we'll come to this when we're ready.
Yeah, so deal with that when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Getting to know each other. Bow.
Oh no, you're gonna cry? My taming you has done you no good at all.
Let me make you a present of a secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
Well, the
No, I'm gonna cry.
the sads, they keep on hitting, and they're unfortunately big. These are not little sads. These are very profound sads.
Ugh.
I'm already feeling it myself as well.
my
God damn,
God.
this is gonna be a tough one.
Combination of hangover
This
and
gonna
just being
this,
already
and life
emotionally
and well,
vulnerable.
by default we emotionals. We Sho-Dependent, we emotional. Oh
On
my
God.
God, I'm so good at crying.
You're
Well,
really good at crying.
friends,
Yep.
which is funny, and a lot of this is about friendship, and it's nice, but sometimes I do feel like it's kind of funny because our
That all we
bud.
do is cry on this
Well,
episode.
that and because like our friends, some of our real life friends,
Yes.
which thank you very much, we very much
We
appreciate
love you
it.
guys.
But like guests on the pod, like Bo Six, I'm gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
He texted me the other day and said, he really liked the La La Land episode.
Oh,
Very nice. Always
he's
makes me
already
feel
about to cry, guys.
always makes me feel amazing. I cannot overstate how much. It's like weird to say it over text,
Yeah.
but it's like I try to like, God, it means so much to me. But it's also funny because I was like, the next episode's also very good.
Mm-hmm.
But in that episode I cry a shit ton.
Yeah.
And it's just funny that it's like so many of our friends who listen to the podcast have heard me cry so many times.
Oh, yes.
And it's just like, on the one hand, sometimes I feel like, God, that's kind of weird. I wonder if
a
it's
little
weird
cringe
for them.
for-
I don't know if it's
I don't
cringe.
think it's cringe. I personally don't. But like the idea of like knowing that people know that we cry so much is just like, oh,
That's kind of where I'm getting at. Sometimes it feels a little vulnerable, but I
yeah,
do like
it's
that.
uncomfy, I should say.
And I don't know. I think, which we'll get into in this book, I think like how nice it is that at the very least, while sometimes I feel like, that's kind of, I wonder how they feel about it.
Yeah.
I can be vulnerable enough to be like, well, that's okay. That's fine. I'm fine with my friends hearing me cry and seeing how passionate I am about these things because, like, God, I'm so good at crying.
You're really good at it.
I've always been a crier.
Put it on your
I've always been a
resume.
sweet boy.
Uh-huh.
You can ask my mother how many times I cried as a child at like everything.
He loves bringing that up.
It's oh my God. I've always been an emotional boy. Thankfully, on the one hand, thankfully I was born during this time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of bad, but man,
Woo.
if I was born in a different time in a different place, I probably would not have
Made
been
it.
this free to be this emotional. So let's get emotional even more. and
Perfect.
begin, because this book hits you with the right hook. It's like, the bell just rang and you're like, all right, let's,
Let's fucking
you're still
go.
pumping your arms out and then just a big jab
Throat
down the
punch.
middle. Yeah, well, yeah. It's just, you're not expecting it. And now you're dazed and confused.
Mm-hmm.
We start off with the dedication. And we get a major point of this book right off the bat with this dedication, which is very sweet and thought provoking and also has a bit of real world sadness.
Can I read this?
Yes, let's try and get through it.
Okay, ready?
Hit us with it.
To Leon Worth. Oh no. Let's see if I can do it.
You got this, gorgeous. Take breaks if you need.
Okay. I ask children to forgive me for dedicating this book to a grown-up. I have a serious excuse. This grown-up is the best friend I have in the world. I have another excuse. This grown-up can understand everything, even books for children. I have a third excuse. He lives in France, where he is hungry and cold. He needs to be comforted. If all these excuses are not enough, then I want to dedicate this book to the child whom this grown-up once was. All grown-ups were children first, but few of them remember it. So I correct my dedication. To Leon Worth, when he was a little boy.
God damn it.
No, that's so
Why? What is it?
No.
As a real empath, as a real sympath, God, it's like a gift and a curse.
I know.
This feeling.
It's kind of like a superpower.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
The ability to. I'm an X-Men. My mutant ability is to make myself cry. I'm really good at it. It's like, but I don't know. It's like you can connect everything to like yourself.
Yes.
And even not even connecting it to ourselves, which, I think we both have some real connections to this. Just like taking it at face value and seeing like what, learning more about the author and Leon Worth and their relationship is just like, my God, this is sad as hell.
I'm very sad.
And it's so, because breaking it down a little bit.
Why does that last bit hurt so much? Of like when he was a little boy.
It's interesting to talk about this dedication, asking children for forgiveness for this book being dedicated to an adult.
Mm-hmm.
This difference of children and adults is going to be talked about a lot today. And we get that major idea introduced before this story even starts. That idea, all grown-ups were children first, but few of them remember it, is also incredibly sad.
Mm-hmm.
But this dedication is interesting and tragic because of real life. Leon Worth was St. Exupéry's best friend, and he had actually already dedicated one book to him, which was called Letter to a Hostage. As this book was written during World War II and Worth was still in Europe, and St. Exupéry was a refugee of France, he was in the United States, in New York, and was thinking a lot about his friend. Because as you would imagine, he was worried about his homeland, yes, but also his friend, who was, he was still in Europe during World War II. He was from France. Like, that's where that line of, like, he's cold and
hungry
and he needs to be comforted. He's like, what's happening to my friend? Like, what is he? Is he okay?
Oh.
Being in Europe at this time is not a good time,
Yeah.
Now, the last part is very sweet, but it's also a huge sad. And that is that while Saint Exupéry had seemingly disappeared into the night, Bud and I saw that there were pieces of his plane found, and obviously he was never seen again. So
you're telling me he just didn't go to Fiji or something?
Yeah. So it was put together that he had died sometime during this final flight. The following month, Worth learned of his friend's disappearance from a radio broadcast.
That would be such a gut punch.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Worth knew nothing of The Little Prince at the time, but soon found out that the book existed and that it was dedicated to him. Worth did not see this book until 5 months after his friend's death, when Saint Exupéry's French publisher Gallimard, I don't know,
We're not French,
sent him a special edition. At the end of World War II, which Antoine de Saint-Exupéry did not live to see, I'm already hurting, Worth said,
oh no!
peace without Tonio, which is Saint Exupery, isn't entirely peace.
It's so incredibly sad. There's so much like dramatic irony
Yeah.
already like baked into this, and we're not even
Just
in the
from
book yet.
just from a dedication.
Oh my god.
It's
Ugh.
so profoundly sad
Oh. Oof.
because friendships are a beautiful thing,
Mm-hmm.
which we will definitely talk about.
Oh, I'm so unwell so early. This is not going to be good.
Yeah, it sucks. It
Ugh.
really sucks. And it's so sad that he never got to experience this book with his friend who dedicated it to him.
Yep.
And was obviously thinking about him like the whole time he was writing it. Leon Worth died in Paris in 1955.
So anyway, getting back to the topic of children versus adults.
Yeah.
And we go back to that line, which is that grown-ups never understand anything by themselves. That's from this book. And it's always tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them.
Yeah.
I've met some dumb kids, so this is kind of hard. This is kind of hard to be like, oh, kids know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But obviously, this is appealing to like the innocence of the child mind.
Yeah.
So, and we see that illustrated so well with the drawing that this book starts off with of the quote unquote hat, cobra, elephant thing. Or sorry, boa constrictor, not cobra. But it's a literal illustration and a literary illustration of that grown-ups don't value art or want to see things outside of their lens.
Right.
So it's such an iconic image to be like, oh, okay, these are the feelings that we're drawing up. We're trying to make you see things in a different way. And it's just such a cool way to start things. And we get to, that kind of sets up the lens that the little prince sees the world through as well. And we always kind of go through things a roundabout way, but we end up getting deeper meaning that way. So, that's also why, because children use their imagination and think of the world as a more like unique and exciting place. That's why the little prince is excited when the aviator draws him a box instead of a sheep, because he gets to imagine his perfect sheep within that box.
That's it.
Which is really nice.
What better than the gift of imagination?
Feel like that episode of SpongeBob.
That's it.
We're in a box.
That's right.
And we're giggling.
Yet again, we're in a box and we're imagining things. Yeah, and this again, what we said at the beginning. Remember these points. His book, The Aviator, Saint Exupery was an aviator in real life. He actually did crash in the Sahara.
That sounds right. Yeah.
So but anyways, he had actually crashed like IRL with another guy. So it was two of them. They weren't there. He wasn't there alone, but he like actually went through a similar experience with this, you know? So it's just like, that's what I say where like he imbued this book with like so many parts of his life. So it really is like, even though it's obviously very metaphorical and very fantastical with this little prince traveling through the universe, galaxy, going to different planets and all this stuff. It is almost like self-insert biographical autobiography type thing where he's using parts of his own life to paint this grander picture for us. Speaking of painting,
ooh, good segue.
Another thing that he did was that these pictures and paintings were all done in watercolor by Saint Exupery himself. It's funny because in the book he talks like, oh, I'm not an artist and adults told me to do things of consequence, so I gave up art, so now I'm bad at it, and every time I try and draw, I'm like, I don't know how to do this and all that. And again, that's like a self-insert of Saint Exupery's life because he didn't study art either, but he was very interested in it.
Yeah.
And he kind of like, would make fun of himself as like, I'm not skilled at this, but he made all these iconic paintings and drawings for this book.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, I don't know, that's another just point of sweetness, I think, to kind of I mean, here's this man who, God, thinking about him, he seems so like whimsical at this point, and
Uh-huh.
and already, I mean, like we said with his disappearance, it's like he's set up as this almost like the Little Prince,
Yeah,
like
he's kind of
such,
like a mythical
yeah, like a
entity.
mysterious person who's like he was here and he did this great art and then he disappeared.
Yep.
But it's a testament to like if you want to try something, if you're interested in something, do it
Hmm.
because you never know what could come of it.
Even though it's like really hard for him. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It just kind of goes to show that like art is not only achieved through skill.
Yeah.
Like it's going back to Before Sunrise, it's in the attempt.
It is.
It's in the attempt.
That's it, baby.
And his attempt resulted in some of the most iconic imagery in
Right.
literature, period.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty crazy. But the Little Prince, he comes from a different planet
Yeah, you do.
and he needs a sheep. It's not even technically a planet he's on an asteroid.
Yeah.
That's how tiny this place is.
True.
But he needs a sheep to eat these bad plants called baobabs. What's a baobab? It's like a big intrusive tree.
Yeah, yeah. They're real trees.
Yeah.
They're like real things and they're big and leafy and I don't know.
They overtake
They seem
everything.
intense.
Yeah, they're
They seem
very
intense.
big.
Yeah. And this was kind of just like we put this in here because we were like, what the hell does this even represent? You know,
Yeah.
obviously it represents something and we get the sense we'll talk about the flower in a bit, but obviously it's threatening the flower.
Mhm.
It's threatening his asteroid. It's threatening like the Little Prince. We were like, what is this really representing? What is it supposed to be? And
Mhm.
other than all that, again in the research, we saw that a lot of like scholars,
Ooh.
Little Prince researchers, and all that
Mhm.
stuff had a lot of them have come to agree that again, thinking about this book being written in World War II, that the baobabs
Mhm.
represent Nazism,
Oh boy.
which you know at the time you could see that this is something that was very scary to obviously the world, but
Mhm.
Antoine,
Yeah.
you know, he had to flee France,
Mhm.
go to the United States because his country had been essentially taken over
Yes.
by these Nazis. And it's just like, you know, thinking about it in that lens, it's like, yeah, it makes sense because the thing that strikes me the most is this idea that the baobabs, even as like a little sprout, that's like when you have to cut it out.
Yeah.
Because if you allow it to get even bigger, it becomes harder to cut out. It becomes harder to maintain. It becomes harder to get rid of. And that's the idea. I think it's just like very important, obviously, in his time. And again, maybe commentating on modern times.
Mhm.
It's just so important that like we shouldn't allow these ideas, these things to take hold because
Yes.
once they take hold, it becomes so much harder to get rid of
Mhm.
to the point where you know, if you normalize certain ideas, if you normalize, like we saw in World War II, these actions by a country, a group of people, and all that, it can grow to be this like almost uncheckable
Mhm.
point to where the little prince is just like, you know, I need a sheep. I need a sheep because I got to get rid of these things. I can't
Mhm.
have this on my planet. It's threatening everything that I care about.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. And
Mhm.
this is a children's book, apparently.
Apparently, I mean, it's very funny because like on its surface value, this story is very silly.
Yeah.
And then you actually like think about everything that's being
Oh,
said and you're
yeah.
like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, I see what you're doing there."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but kind of returning to this children versus grown up thing, and you know, this is
Mhm.
like a major theme in here, so it's kind of interesting to break down. But it's like, what does this book say about being a grown up?
It's stupid.
A
Being a
dummy.
grown up is dumb.
Yeah, heard.
It's this like grown ups are essentially concerned with things that don't actually matter.
Right.
Like in the book, we see a king who actually has no control, a conceited man who has like literally nothing to be proud of,
Mm-hmm.
a boza, aka a Tippler,
Oh boy.
who drinks because he drinks to forget how embarrassed he is about being boozing.
Oh boy. If you're always blacked out, you never have anything
To
to.
remember.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And then a businessman who only cares about quote unquote owning the stars
Mm, 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 mm.
just by like He just wants to have them,
Just to
I
have them,
guess.
you know.
Awesome. We
Why do
love
we need
wealth
money?
hoarding.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then a geographer who knows what the world looks like, but has been nowhere.
Right.
Come on, people. Come on. What's the point? In this essay, I will argue that grown-ups are all about appearances to other grown-ups.
It's true. I
That's
mean,
my essay
that's kind of
thesis.
what we get in this book. It's just
Yeah.
like it's this constant like they've lost their whimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Like grown-ups, they don't care about
Yeah.
anything important,
Mm-hmm.
anything fun, anything that's creative or anything. It's just like business, business, business. You gotta fucking do consequential things. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be doing art that's kid stuff. You can't be worried about like other people. That's kid stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta like work, 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 create fucking
Capital.
consume the capital in this like forever fucking cycle of just like this is what grown-ups are supposed to do.
Yeah.
You don't have any time for anything else.
And I'm like, is it a loss of whimsy?
Mm.
Or is it merely a change of perspective? Because are all things actually whimsical? That's what I'm curious about. I'm like, is the baseline nature of things actually whimsy? And then we just like, the thing that makes it whimsical is becoming an adult. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying.
Like, all of these things have inherent value. And then when you get older, it's like, oh, well, whimsy kind of feels like a bad word.
I get what you're saying.
You know?
Where it's like kind of, yeah.
It's viewed as childish.
Right. It's where like the default is like it just is what it is.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
the
beautiful.
true nature of
Yeah.
all of
And
it.
children can see it because they're not worried about all these other things. But yeah, it kind of becomes I don't know if it's demeaning to say like quaint.
Yeah.
You know, when you're an adult, a grown up, to where you like, oh yeah, I remember that from when I was a kid. If you can remember,
Yeah.
and then you're like, damn, that's whimsical as fuck because it's like I'm over here creating capital. Oh, look at this beautiful unicorn over there.
Ooh, it's a unicorn.
Damn, that's a whimsical unicorn.
That is very whimsical.
Anyways, got to get back to my job.
Ding, 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 ding. That's me in the mines, just tapping away at something. But yeah, it's very interesting because the Little Prince always tries to bring up what is consequence and what actually makes things consequential. Like, why is this something that grown-ups care about?
Right.
And we kind of came to the conclusion that essentially, like, his goal is to figure out like what makes something important and why. That's like his entire goal.
Yeah.
Other than like getting to his flower and taking care of that. That's like the main mission. But like,
that's but
the secondary quest
right
is actually like very
what is important.
Yeah, it's very philosophical.
It is. He's a smart little boy. He's
Really
a smart
is.
little prince. Yeah, it's interesting because it's like relationships really are the only thing that matters to him. Like that and being curious / creative, but he's kind of like inherently that, you know, kind of showing, I think that like children, obviously we know this, children are like inherently curious.
Yes.
And creative. And I mean, their imaginations can imagine so many different things.
They do
Going
a
back
lot.
to SpongeBob, you know, breaking it down, SpongeBob is like an eternal child.
Yes.
He's responsible.
He goes to work.
That man's holding down that job.
He creates capital and he's whimsical.
Oh, damn, we gotta all be like SpongeBob.
Amen.
He's like he's what the Little Prince would love SpongeBob.
He really would.
This guy gets it.
He would.
but it's like, yeah, it's just the Little Prince is so much like a perfect encapsulation of a lot of what children do.
Yes.
Is they're just like constantly questioning things. And a lot of kids, they ask a question, they won't let it go. And the Little Prince, definitely, that's one of his biggest traits.
It's annoyingly so. It's very. Why is that so annoying to adults?
Because because adults are just like, there's one definitive answer, right? Like, this is it. I'm not going to spend my time on this. Here's the answer. There's no thinking beyond that, right?
Yeah.
I got to go. Again, I got to get to my job, right? I don't have time. Oh my God, we've talked about time so much lately in the past few days, but it's like, I don't have time.
Yeah.
Because as adults, grown-ups, we're just like, go, 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 but not necessarily always for the things we want to do. And kids, I think, in my Little Prince mind, I feel like kids don't understand that. You
I
know?
imagine like a brain, like a small brain within your larger brain, and that
mhm.
little brain is wearing a little crown.
He's got a little wand and a little cape. And he's like, no, grown up Eddie, Unc Eddie.
Unc Eddie. No, your little prince brain cannot be Gen Z.
He's Gen Z.
No.
He's got to be Gen Z because that's the
No.
gen below us.
I know, but just because like your child mind is young doesn't mean that it has to be like young in the modern era.
Is it millennial?
Yes.
It's millennial.
It's a
me,
90s kid.
And my brain is becoming like boomer.
This little prince brain of yours rides a skateboard.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No helmet.
Hell yeah. Rides a skateboard, has a visor on upside down.
Yes.
Spiked hair. Fucking Walkman.
Oh, yeah.
It's sick as fuck.
Now I have to draw your brain as a 90s
He says
kid.
the word tight so much.
And he probably says
and
gay as a derogatory slur.
Yep, that's it, baby. That was the 90s.
It was the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
But yeah,
gosh.
there's a lot to be learned, and sometimes it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It really is hard. I'm gonna put this out there.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there is a lot that we could learn from taking a step back and looking at things a different way that children do.
Yes.
It's just sad that like we just don't have the time. Getting back to that time, it's just like there's not enough time in the day to do everything we want to do. And unfortunately, as grown-ups, we have responsibilities that we have to get to, and we don't have time to sit there and ponder like, hey, what should the sheep look like for like 3 hours?
Yeah.
You know?
But then you have the little prince who like on his own planet decides, I love sunsets so much. I'm going to watch 44 in one day. He's like, God, this shit's so good. Like, again.
Rocking me, dog.
Because his asteroid's so small, he just moves his chair a little bit and he's
just
like,
goes,
good stuff.
Damn.
Good stuff. Again.
That's some doobie setting, dog.
Yeah. That. Go ahead, John Mulaney.
The little prince is like, one loves the sunset when one is so sad. One feels like a duck walking around in all this wet. And when one feels like a duck, one is happy. So maybe the little prince should have been a duck.
I need to draw the little prince as a duck.
Oh, yeah. It's a duck that loves being wet and loves sunsets.
And his rose.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
It's so funny because it's also, if we're referencing comics and all that stuff.
This is what we do. Everything's a reference.
It also made me think like, the little prince. Hey, I'm the little prince. And the little prince drives like this. Little prince drives like this. And grown-ups drive like this.
Whoa.
This joke is going to be very helpful. It's gonna really hit if we at one point get a camera going in this room.
Oh my God. That was complete. That was pure body work.
But for one, if you get the reference, you understand. Also, if you got a little imagination, like the little prince, you'll understand it as well.
There you go. Way to put it on them. Good job.
But let's move along here because
so there's like one. We're skipping over like the planets. Go do your own research. There's a lot
of little things. I mean, you should consume this. It's not long.
Not at all.
It's a novella.
It's worth your time. It's just not time we're willing to spend. So the one planet that I wanted to talk about is the planet that contains the lamplighter.
Yeah.
And this is actually like a grown-up that the little prince kind of approves of.
Sure.
Because he thinks that the lamplighter's like job actually matters because there's a quote.
Actually on page 59.
Page 59?
We're citing our sources.
Yeah, we're citing sources where he says, that is a beautiful occupation. And since it is beautiful, it is truly useful. Wow.
Yeah, but kind of like connecting that to like the author's thoughts about being an artist.
Yeah.
I think that it's really interesting that like the little prince kind of, he's questioning what is consequential.
Yeah.
And it's like to him, if it has beauty, then it's important. It's like the arts. How many times have we said it? The arts are important.
Speak on it.
The arts are important to us. It's like human nature, human soul. Like we need to create for all of humanity. We've striven, strove, strived.
He got there, people.
All three.
You're either a striven, a strove,
or a
or
strived.
strived.
And at birth,
The
you're
3
assigned,
genders.
you're assigned one, and later you can change it
If you want.
if you want. If you feel more like a strove, not a striven, that's up to you. And who are we to judge?
Uh-huh.
And who are we?
Not I.
God, the gods work in mysterious ways.
They do.
But it's kind of like to be human is to, and my God, we could go on a gigantic rant
I felt
because
bad because I had a guest
Sho-Dependent.
that I popped off on with this
Had to let 'em
the other
know.
day because we were talking about how much we hated AI, and I
Love
just
it.
let it fucking rip.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Show
I'm sorry.
we firmly anti-AI.
Uh-huh.
You could probably tell.
Mm-hmm.
I hate AI so much because it's so soulless.
Yes.
And it's so antithetical to what being a human is in my mind. Call me fucking crazy. But
You're
I
fucking
think
crazy.
art should come from a human, and it
Uh-huh.
should come from the soul of a human. It should come from the life experiences of a human.
Mm-hmm.
Because devoid of that, it has no meaning.
Yeah.
There's nothing behind it. It's just copying and plagiarizing other people's work to create this, I'm using big words, facsimile
Mm-hmm.
of what art is supposed to be, in air quotes. And I fucking hate it. So
Yep.
it's like The Little Prince here is again reminding us, and again from the past, this is World War II, this is, 1930s, 40s, of just like how important it is. Not only is it important to take a step back and not worry so much about like, and believe me, the people at that time had so much to worry about,
Mm-hmm.
but it's important to take a step back and like do things that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Do things that are creative. Do things that like art is important.
Yeah.
It's always been important
Yeah.
because it makes you feel something.
I know.
And if you feel something, or like the lamplighter, if you do something for others,
Yeah.
it's important and it is consequential.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it is to be human, is to connect with other people.
I know. It's very like motivating. I don't know. Like we went and saw a band. We went and saw Ghost.
Oh,
and we
my
were
God, please.
Papa, please.
I know you need rest, but I need to see you again.
I love you. But I don't know. It just I hadn't
felt
left our town in 3 years.
Sure.
And I had really I felt a lot like the aviator in this situation where I was like, I am in my routine and now it's been disrupted and now I can't stop thinking about it.
Right.
Like I just these novel experiences and like enjoying art and embracing community and being around other people. It's just like so energizing and such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I forgot what it was kind of like to be a person for a little bit.
Feel human.
And I was like, oh, this is really nice. And then that made my brain a lot more grateful. When I was at work the other day or yesterday, I had this moment of reflection when I was working on somebody and I was like, how beautiful is this that I get to spend my time with another person, making them feel loved and treated kindly and just
nice.
I was like, God, this is such a gift that I've been able to take on is just and it's work, but it is work that fills my heart.
But in many ways, are you not like the lamplighter?
I am like the lamplighter.
Working for someone else.
People's faces get dirty. I need to get them clean.
and because it's a beautiful occupation. It is truly useful.
Yeah.
She's useful, everyone.
You guys, stop.
She's doing it.
Oh, I'm blushing.
But this is where I think we'll begin to transition into the next point, which is the major point that I alluded to at the beginning. But this book to me was the first time we read it. And this really drove into me the idea that as you grow up, you start to lose the things that matter most.
Yes.
Because time and jobs and everything else that is consequential, air quotes, takes your time away from the things that really matter most. Children have the time to think about art and think about their friends and ask questions about everything because time hasn't been taken away from them, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing that psychologists and researchers who study humans as we grow and who study children and kind of the way they see the world. It's just because everything is so fresh and so new, it's everything is so important to you because you've never experienced this before. Whereas when you gain life experience and It's the whole idea that time legitimately starts going faster
Speeds up.
because
Yep.
why? It's super sad. It makes it people constantly allude to like this SpongeBob is big. We got to we got to do SpongeBob at some point, but it's that SpongeBob episode. There's two of them. One with like Squidward
Yeah.
in Tentacle Acres, where he
Mm-hmm.
does the same thing over and over again. And there's like that fucking side character. But we get that cut of him like at work, in the
Yep.
car, at
Mhm.
home, at work, in the car, and he's just like doing the same. He's in the same spot.
Yep.
He's just in different things that he doesn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the reason time gets faster is because we have so many less unique experiences that they all blend together, and our brain's like, you don't
Just
need to
delete
remember
the
this.
information.
All those weeks of work, get it out of here.
Mhm.
And then you go to a concert, and then you're like,
Ah,
oh,
dopamine.
wait a minute. I'm a human.
Endorphins.
I can experience something different and new and like take time for
Mhm.
myself.
Meet new people. Smell new things. Eat new food.
And children have that time,
Yeah.
which feels kind of grim to say that we're being robbed of time,
Mm-hmm.
but it does feel that way. It's like I don't want to forget all of this. This is what being alive is. This
Mhm.
is I'm gonna say it again. I've said it before on the podcast, but I was thinking about it the other day. It's just like this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what paradise
Yeah.
is being alive to experience life with the people you love, the
Mhm.
people you care about. If whatever happens after death isn't like this, then I do not want it.
Mm-mm.
It has to be more of this because this is what it is to be.
Okay.
It's
That was hard hitting.
just hard
Yeah.
as a grown up. Try not to worry about all that stuff though, because we're forced to.
We're forced to embrace the consensus of
They're
consequence.
stealing time away from me, and I don't like it.
I know.
I want to spend my time doing art.
I know.
It's the year of art.
The year of art, it's the year of
It's
love.
the year of love. Sometimes it's not just romantic love. Sometimes, well, this has both.
Yes.
We have romantic love. We also have the love of friendship. But let's move
Mm,
on to that romantic love a little bit. Well, actually, both.
It's both. They simultaneously go ahead. Pop
Because
off.
to be tamed is to be changed.
I am forever changed. Fantastic.
At the beginning of the book, do you want to say it?
Yeah, it's been at the beginning of the book. It's been 6 years since the aviator has seen the Little Prince, and on page 18 he says, "If I try to describe him here, it is to make sure that I shall not forget him. Forget a friend is sad, and not everyone has a friend. And if I forget him, I may become like the grown-ups who are no longer interested in anything but figures."
Mm.
Figures meaning numbers.
Yeah. Numbers, stock,
Yeah.
capital,
Mm-hmm.
gold,
Logistics.
stars,
Mm-hmm.
dragon sickness.
You hate to see the dragon sickness.
I won't part with
in 2026.
Not a
It's a
single piece.
calm
Goddamn
down, Smaug.
Thorin. Thorin
Smaug.
Oakenshield. God, that's my guy.
I know you love him so much.
Fucking guy. I'm flexing.
Oh boy, he's getting too juiced. Calm
But
down.
yeah, we get like friendship is so important.
I love
And
friends.
it's so beautiful.
I love
And
friends.
it's so I mean, it is profoundly sad.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I guess we'll get into it a little bit right now. You know,
Mhm.
obviously having lost friends before, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And it's like part of it is you don't want to forget,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of going back to that whole time passing by and your life passing by and you're forgetting things
Mm-hmm.
is kind of like you're no longer making those memories with friends because they're not here anymore.
Yeah.
Even though their spirit and their memory is with you, you're not making new ones.
Yeah.
And
Well, and
that's
it's also like it's not even necessarily that a person has to die for them to be absent from you.
Right.
You know?
But it's just kind of like, I don't know, thinking about it in that way, it's just like the permanence of it
Yes.
is obviously super hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, yeah, it's so sad. Because, you know, sometimes you find yourself being like, you're reminiscing and you're thinking about it. And maybe it's hard for you to be like, oh, if you don't have a picture, like, what did they look like? You know,
Mhm.
it's like, oh no, it's like those super sad things that people say all the time
You start forgetting.
of like, you start forgetting like what they sounded like or what their laugh was like and stuff like that. And it's like, you don't want to forget that,
Mm-mm.
but fucking time has taken it away from you.
Yeah.
So he's writing it down because it's like to forget a friend is sad.
Mm-hmm.
And you should try all you can to not forget your friends.
But I guess the Little Prince's, I guess you could call it his first friend.
His first love.
His first love is a flower, which is
Mm-hmm.
a rose. And he very much loves his rose.
Mm-hmm. But it's interesting because they say he was too young to know how to love her,
Mm-hmm.
which is sad because it leads him to leave the flower
Yeah.
on his asteroid
Mm-hmm.
and to go away in search of like how to love his rose
Mm-hmm.
and how to,
Take
because it is
care
a
of her.
rose, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not speaking of, but yeah, how to take care of her and like learn what it is to love and how to
Mm-hmm.
love.
And he misses her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't get it a lot when he's visiting the planets other than
No.
Earth. But as soon as he gets to Earth, he's kind of like, oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I need her.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her a lot.
Right.
But before he gets to see the rose again, he makes another friend, which is the
Oh,
fox.
the fox. The
Oh my
fox is so
God.
sweet.
I'm excited for part 2 of this episode because we get to talk about like
This
the
series.
stunning, amazing
Oh,
visuals.
yeah.
And
And that little fox.
ooh, it's
The
so
little
good.
fox.
I'm
And I
excited.
love the way the fox is drawn because it's clearly a connection to this book to
Yeah.
where his ears are too long.
It's bad. It's an ugly
And
fox.
they comment on it, but
Yeah.
he leaves it like that in the pictures. It's such a
Mhm.
beautiful God. This guy did so good
I know.
at like mixing his real life with his story.
Mhm.
And another part of that, but we'll get to that.
Tonio, you did it,
We'll
man.
get to that because this part, I think, you know, when you think about the dedication,
Yeah.
I think a lot of this has to do with Leon Worth.
Yeah.
And this fox is definitely, he teaches the little prince what it means to be tamed. And
Mhm.
this is incredibly important.
Yes.
And it's a major point to us. To me, I think it's the most important. It's the part that stuck with me the most.
Mhm.
Because going back to the meet cute, this is the part that when we were reading this together early in our relationship, I like had a moment to myself where I was like, well, that's kind of like what me and Kayla are doing to each other.
Mhm.
And, you know, thinking back on it, it's just like so nice to be like, obviously in the moment it feels important,
Mhm.
but then knowing that we've been together all these years and having that moment together, it just makes
Mhm.
it so much more special because it's like to be tamed essentially means to have importance
Yeah, to
put into,
establish ties.
yes, to establish ties. There you go. Cite our primary sources. You establish ties with someone, and the fox brings this up because he's like, you should tame me.
Mhm.
And the little prince is like, well, what does that mean? He
Yeah.
says it means to establish ties. And he says, and this is a very important quote, so we got to
Yeah.
do it.
Get the book. The book.
So when the little prince questions the fox and says it means to establish ties, the fox says, just that, said the fox. To me, you are still nothing more than a little boy, who is just like 100,000 other little boys. And I have no need of you. And you, on your part, have no need of me. To you, I am nothing more than a fox, like 100,000 other foxes. But if you tame me, then we shall need each other.
Mm.
To me, you will be unique in all the world. To you, I shall be unique in all the world.
Friendship.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful twofold because, yes, it's like a
Mhm.
lot of this questioning, and we'll get to the flower in a minute.
Yeah.
But the little boy sees that there's other roses. He sees that there's other flowers.
Yeah,
And he's like, but I thought my rose was the only one.
Mhm.
And he's kind of distraught, thinking, like,
She lied to me.
she lied and she's not unique and she's not this or that. But the fox here is explaining that, yes, there's so many people.
Mhm.
There's a lot more than 1,000, 100,000. So many other
Yeah.
people in this world. There's so many other animals. We're connected to Buddy like we always do because this is a
Mhm.
fox after all.
Duh.
But even though there's so many people in the world, when you tame someone, when you
Mhm.
establish ties, that makes them important to you.
Yep.
And that's essentially what a relationship is.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, we can meet so many other buddies. Sure. There's so many other black cats in the world, but there will never be a buddy such as this one.
Stop it.
because he's important to us and because he's established that with us and we've established that with him. We've tamed each other. And now he's the most important buddy in the whole world, right?
Yeah. I think that's one of the coolest parts about being alive. And the little the fox is just so wise, and he does such a good job of, like, kind of isolating that experience and making it, profound and putting it on a pedestal of, like, one of the cool things that we get to do on this planet is develop relationships. Like,
Mhm.
I told you the other day, like, I was thinking about it in the car, and I was like, humans are so cool. We'll just be
Yeah.
like, I like you. Let's hang out.
Yeah.
And then we're just friends forever, and we're just in each other's lives. And, you know, we choose little people and creatures to
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, this one's mine. I
Mhm.
like this one the most.
Right.
Or I really like these ones. They make me happy.
Right.
And
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's like,
it's so
and
cool.
we've said it before, and it's like, obviously not to take away from family at all,
Yeah.
because family is incredibly important,
Mhm.
and, you do build those ties. It's just that, like, you tame each other at such a young age, right?
Yes.
But it is just like it's cool when you step back and think, and it's again, it's that joke of like the whole, it's kind of like the Drake meme of where like Drake's the type of guy to, when you're out hanging, he looks at each other and says like, I really needed this, you know. But it's
I
kind of
am the
like,
drunk girl in the group
yeah, but
that
when
just starts crying
when you're
because
out
I
with
love you guys so much.
exactly when you're out with friends, sometimes like I think everyone does it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Have
you
those
take a second
moments.
and you look around, and maybe it's even for a second, half a
Mhm.
second, but you think like, how cool is it that we're here?
Mhm.
Like you said, that we choose to be with each
Yeah.
other, because we very clearly could have not done this.
Mhm.
There were certain points in our lives where we met someone that were brand new to us, and for some reason, we chose to tame each other.
Mhm.
And now we are so important to each other that, like the little prince said, losing friendship, or the aviator said, losing a friend is so hurtful
Mhm.
because of those ties you've established.
But the fox essentially reminds the little prince that his flower tamed him and
Mm.
he tamed the flower. So they are important to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the key nugget of wisdom that the fox leaves the little prince with is that what is essential is invisible to the eye.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Oh,
We'll talk about it in the second one, but the
oh,
way the way they do it in the movie is so
so
good
beautiful.
and so beautiful.
Oh.
The little prince goes to the other flowers and he says, "You are not at all like my rose. As yet you are nothing. No one has tamed you, and you have tamed no one. You are like my fox when I first knew him. He was only a fox, like 100,000 other foxes, but I have made him my friend, and now he is unique in all the world."
Ah.
Beautiful.
Oh, it's so good.
Absolutely beautiful, insane. But yes, he goes back to the fox, and the fox tells him a secret.
No. It's so good in the movie. Oh.
The fox says, "It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important." "It is the time that I have wasted for my rose," said the little prince, "so that he would be sure to remember." "Men have forgotten this truth," said the fox, "but you must not forget it. You become responsible forever for what you have tamed. You are responsible for your rose." "I am responsible for my rose," the little prince repeated, so that he would be sure to remember.
Oh. Oh.
I love it.
Ugh.
This shit means something to me.
Mhm. Ugh. I guess that kind of like brings us to our final point,
Final biggest sad.
which is the truth. I believe it to be a truth.
Hmm.
You can fucking fight me and I
Oh,
will lose it.
oh,
Uh,
antagonistic.
yeah, I'm ready to fight. This is what happens. I cry and then I'm ready.
Okay.
I've been activated.
All right.
And that is the fact that love is never lost.
Oh, yes.
Oh, because
Oh,
somehow,
boy.
even though we've just cried for like most of the book,
We've got more.
we're ready to cry some more.
Very hydrated.
After the aviator and the little prince go to the well, they are
Yeah,
well
yeah.
hydrated.
Yeah.
So they're ready for tears.
The aviator's been trying to fix his plane. It's fixed, but he needs water. They go find water. It's just a very nice little thing of where when they find water, the aviator says it makes him feel like it's Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
which is, I'm a Christmas boy.
You
I
love
love that, and
Christmas.
I understand that feeling 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, wow, the beauty of this moment and the beauty of how it makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But
But it's ending their time together because the little prince is going to head back home.
uh-huh. When the little prince first gets to Earth, he meets a snake, which
Yes.
is very like foreboding
Mm-hmm.
and foreshadowing, and it is very scary, and it's an intense moment where the snake kind of says like, I'm small, but I can send you on like the longest journey you'll ever take,
Mm-hmm.
which, alludes to death
Yeah.
itself. Very scary,
Mm-hmm.
not fun. And the little prince is like, oh,
Cool.
interesting. All right, I'll see you
Okay,
later.
bye.
Mm-hmm. But the little prince essentially comes to the aviator and says
Mm-hmm.
that it's time for him to go home.
Yeah.
He's been here on Earth. He's been away from his rose for far too long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for him to go home.
Yeah.
The aviator kind of knows what this means right away.
Yeah.
And he's scared.
Mm-hmm.
He
He
gets
doesn't want the
scared.
little prince to go.
Mm-hmm.
But the aviator and the little prince, they're in the desert together and they look at the stars and
Mm-hmm.
the little prince looks at the stars and he says, "The stars are beautiful because of a flower that cannot be seen."
Mm.
Oh,
Break that down, gorgeous.
so he talks about like the meaning of like, it's kind of like the whole multitude situation of like
Mm-hmm.
the roses and people and like there's so many of them that
Mm-hmm.
they're only they gain importance because of like the one specific thing
Right.
or person that you connect it to.
Mm-hmm.
And to the little prince, because he's so far away
Mm-hmm.
from his flower, all of those stars contain his flower.
Right.
And that's what makes them beautiful, is because the love that he has for his flower is out there.
Yeah.
When,
Somewhere.
yeah, and he knows that it's there and he wants to be with her again.
Right. And it's something that's unseen,
Mm-hmm.
which we always love
Mm-hmm.
because it's that's what it is. It's like to be tamed and all that is just it's not something you can see,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something you feel and it's
Yeah.
something you believe in. He's out there looking at the stars and he knows somewhere out there she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I do just want to put in just real quick because a lot of this is again biographical and it is
Yeah.
largely believed that the rose stood for Saint Exupéry's wife.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of had a rough relationship and all that. But it is interesting because I guess, again, scholars and all that said that she was a lot like the rose, a little bit temperamental, a little
Mm-hmm.
bit this and that, because the rose at certain points and the boy a little bit, the little prince at certain points is like they're kind of mean to
Yeah,
each other,
they butt heads a
And the
lot.
little prince, I mean, flees. He leaves the
Mm-hmm.
rose there, and it's crazy. And I don't know if you want me to say it now.
Yeah.
But I saw someone say that, and I think it was on TikTok, and I should have
Hey,
wrote
this
down.
is really fucking rude, by the way.
Or
Just
maybe it was
gonna
on YouTube.
line that up.
Yeah, I should have wrote down who it was, but they said that the reason that the little prince makes the choice that he does to ask the snake to bite him is because the little prince knows that his flower is dead because he left her on the planet with the baobabs. And they set it up early, like he knows in leaving that he's leaving her with this,
Yeah.
right? And he knows, he says it, that you have to keep it up because in a certain amount of days they will consume the planet and it will destroy the planet. He's seen it happen before. So it's like the little prince knowingly made the choice to leave his rose in danger. And now that he's been gone for so long, it's like the little prince knows she's not there anymore. So the little prince knows the only way to see his flower again, this long trip back home he has to make, is that he has to die to be with her.
That's not cool. I'm angry
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
I know, it's
I'm gonna
sad.
say the rose is fine because she
Okay.
was under the glass and
Okay.
it's all good.
All right.
And there might be some bobabs, but he can take care of it. He's
Sure.
gonna be good.
Sure, sure.
He's fine. It's
Mhm.
all good.
Mhm.
He's fine.
But
I'm fine. Little Prince and the aviator, the aviator catches the prince talking to the snake. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He's like, I gotta go. And the aviator's like, I don't want you to, but I'll be with you. I'm not going to leave you alone in this. And then the little prince asks the snake to bite him, and he does. And he goes. And it is just disgustingly sad. They end the book ends with an illustration of a star above the sand, and he draws it again to like have us remember like that is why this is where the little prince left us, and like this is significant. But yeah, it that's pretty much how the book ends. Is the little prince dies, and he essentially we're left to believe he makes it back to his planet, hopefully. But the aviator gets to remember the little prince with his laughter in the stars, because he I don't know if the line is in the book, right, where he says like the laughter, like he's like, "Oh, I'm going to miss your laugh," or something like that. And he's like, "Well, when you look at the stars, I will be laughing on one of them." So to me that is my gift to you. And it's just rough. It's so sad, but it's so sweet because he gets to, even though his little prince is no longer there, he knows that he will always be with him because of the ties they've established. Oh.
Part of why it's so hard hitting at the end is because, like the fox taught the little prince, you become responsible for anything you've tamed forever. And the little prince in turn tells the aviator that one runs the risk of weeping when you've established ties or when you've tamed one another. So it's kind of like showing again that the importance of the loss that you feel and the grief that you feel is because you've taken the time to get to know someone, to make them unique to you and all of the world. So obviously, it's kind of like that thought of like that some people have, and you see it a lot in media where they're like, well, I don't want to be close to anyone because then that means I have to lose them, and that hurts too much.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like
whole point.
that's what we accept,
Yeah,
right? We
that's the
accept
trade.
that, like that's the trade off. It's like the trade off in life.
Mm-hmm.
To be alive is to know that one day you won't be.
Mm-hmm.
To establish ties with someone is to know that one day it will have to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
So you run the risk of being sad, being upset once that happens. But they, in these words, say you have to do it because that's what life is.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. It's very nice. And in that leaving, for one, I do think taking a step back, the aviator is like, I want to be with you.
Yeah.
But the little prince is like, no, you can't. I don't want you there. You know? They fall asleep and the little prince sneaks off
Oh, right. I forgot he sneaks
to
away.
go to the snake. And the aviator kind of wakes up and sees it happen from afar.
Yeah.
It's too late for him to stop this.
Yeah.
Because the little prince, he's made his choice. And, it is his choice to make because he so desperately wants to see his rose. He so desperately wants to go home. And he knows what this means. So, throwing in another thing from real life that happened to Saint Exupéry in his real life that a lot of people believe is an inspiration for this moment in the book is that he had a younger brother, Francois, who was dying, and he told his brother, Saint Exupéry, on his deathbed, "Don't worry, I'm all right. I can't help it. It's my body." Which to me is super sad because that's kind of like the acceptance of death is like, I've done all that I could in this life. And it also connects to The Little Prince where he says, I'll look like I'm sleeping, so it's going to be okay. I know that this ending was very hard for you, and I felt it too, and I'm feeling it more now, I think, than when we read it. But this ending was very difficult for you at the time that we read it.
Yeah.
So I think maybe just
Mm-hmm.
allowing you the time to
That
kind of
would be
talk
nice.
about, yeah.
um, so for anybody that like knows me, this is so weird. But my grandfather was passing when we started reading this book, and he passed a few days previous to us recording this, so everything's like very fresh. Yeah, that whole sequence that you reminded us of like, my body's too heavy or whatever
Mhm.
it might be. It just rang really true for how my grandpa left this world. And yeah, it's just like it's really hard to express um because I established ties with him at a really young age, and he was a part of my youth, especially. Like, I saw him multiple times a year even though we didn't live in the same state. And yeah, it's just death is really hard. It's like probably the hardest thing we have to go through as people. And yeah, it was just like a gut punch to read this and know that essentially my grandpa was going through the same thing
Mhm.
as the little prince, and kind of like the little prince, I know he wasn't in pain. It happened, kind of suddenly, but also with control. And you know, he he's at peace now, and those ties are never going to be broken, even though he's not physically here anymore. So,
Mhm.
woo, hot.
Yeah.
And you've gone through, you know,
Yeah.
the loss of friends.
Yeah.
So, you know what this is like and how strange it is. So, I guess with like that being said, I would like to dedicate like this episode and probably the next one as well to my grandfather. And he was just like he was just a very interesting person, and he was very interested in like religion and why we're here and what makes things important. He is a very, very intelligent person, and he also was very funny, and just he's very he was just a weird guy, and I really mean that in the sweetest way possible. He was just a goofball. He had like this very sweet, like snorting laugh, and his belly would jiggle, and it was just like he always gave really good hugs. And I don't know, it's just cool to the way that I'm framing it in my mind is he has all the answers he could ever want now.
Yeah.
He actually has, and I was talking to my family about this the other day of like, he spent his whole life not really speculating, but thinking about like what life would be like beyond this plane.
Mhm.
And now he gets to experience that. So
Yeah.
that's really amazing that he gets to do that and have the answers that he may have been seeking. And it's crazy. We have a huge family, and just to think about like not only all of the familial ties he made, but every single other person that ever knew him, like it's got to be in the high thousands
Oh,
of
wow.
people that were touched by him in his life
Mhm.
and his influence. So it's crazy to think that much like Saint Exupéry and The Little Prince, my grandpa's up with them now. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It is, it's a comfort in knowing that, I'm sorry to make the reference, but Night at the Museum.
Oh my god.
Or maybe Lord of the Rings. A little more, you know,
Gravitas.
yeah, a little more. You can think of Robin Williams as Teddy Roosevelt, or you can think of Gandalf.
These
But
are the
just
same people.
they are similar. But I kind of think I just think it's nice the way you said it is like he's been thinking about this his whole life, and now he gets to go on this another great adventure.
Another journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Love you, Grandpa. Okay, can we be done? I need a break.
Oh man, well that was that.
And this is this.
We want to thank you all so much for listening, and thank you so much for taking your time out of your day
Thanks for letting me cry.
and taking your a little bit of time away from all your consequential things to listen to us and maybe establish our ties a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe you can tame us the same way we're trying to tame you with our voices and our feelings and emotions. And just connect. Because that's what life is about, right? And I'm sorry to say this again, but I think it is cool, and you say that about your grandfather. It's just like no one knows how many lives they touch, but you touch and change probably so many people's lives more than you would ever know.
Yeah.
So, if you like what you heard, please follow, download, and spread the word. Tell your flowers, your roses, your foxes, your aviators, your best friends, your Leon Worths. Tell them all that they can find Sho-Dependent podcasts wherever they listen to and can find podcasts. We're talking about Apple, YouTube, everywhere you listen to podcasts, we should and shall be there. If you want to follow the podcast, it's at Sho-Dependent Pod. That is at SHO Dependent Pod on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, like we said. If you want to follow me, it's at Victor V Sweet. It feels. I'm not trying to make light of anything and make a joke. But we also, maybe like the Little Prince, we make connections with characters in media and all that stuff. Right now, I'm playing through Resident Evil Requiem.
Fucking Leon.
And speaking of another Leon, I swear to God, I have established ties with Leon Scott Kennedy. I'm not liking the way this is looking right now. I have not finished the game at this point, but I
will be distraught.
I will be hurt.
Uh-huh.
In an aviator level of pain if I lose my friend Leon Scott Kennedy in this. So I'll report back hopefully in the next one.
I hope so.
And let you all know what happens, but I can't do this. I cannot do this. That's my guy. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Where can you be found?
I'm in the
what
desert.
Do you want to say?
I'm just looking at the stars.
Oh.
No snakes. I don't want to die yet. Please stay away. I'm good. I just want to have some peace for a little bit. And then I'll get up and go find a well. But right now, I'm just going to lay down.
There we go.
That's all I can handle right now.
I understand. And I think leaving this one, because in the next one, we're going to talk about the movie adaptation. But leaving this one, I think it's important to us to kind of have a final little word about Antoine Saint-Exupéry. And again, kind of the way that him and the Little Prince somehow, some way are forever tied together, not just because he wrote this book, but because of the way that they both left.
The world.
So Stacy Schiff, one of Saint-Exupéry's principal biographers, wrote of him and his most famous work, "Rarely have an author and a character been so intimately bound together as Antoine de Saint-Exupéry and his Little Prince. And remarking of their dual fates, the two remain tangled together, twin innocents who fell from the sky."